I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Greetings. Boy, we're close to New Year's. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor if you could. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Kristen Melinda. Say hello. Hit the like, please. In theory, the more engagement, YouTube tends to push this out. YouTube doesn't like the Scovilles, though, so I don't get too much of a break from them. But that's okay. We're going to do 1 hot minute tonight. Kind of excited about that. So I hope you have something hot. Get it? Dizzy Dragon. Are you going to eat another warthog? So Matthew reached out to me, and my seeds are on the way to ultimate destination here. But I'm going to have a bunch of seeds from Matthew Arthur. Hello, Vernon. Good to see you. Mike Bragg. No warthog tonight for Dizzy Dragon. Well, nonetheless, it was amazing. That was such a fun night. I've watched that video you sent me on WhatsApp several times. So here's the deal. If you've never been a part of 1 hot minute, I want to know. Please tell me. Put a 1 in the chat if 1 hot minute is brand new to you. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you, man. Would-be Island Hippie Girl. Hello there. Fowler. Good to see you, dude. Brock Bandy. And there's Natalie Strasser. And hopefully, Mr. Strasser. I want to thank my mods. I'm terrible, and I don't do that enough. I have the greatest mods in the world. Natalie's got a jalapeno. That's so cool. Feel the burn. Good to see you, man. Hello, Virginia. Greetings. So it looks like everybody knows about 1 hot minute. Katie's good. She's had this terrible habit she's getting into of destroying my arm and my legs, just attacking me a lot. So now she knows that I'm on to her with the arm, so now she attacks my legs when I'm sleeping. Real deal, good to see you. There's that. Bustin' Roots, good to see you. Robert Gray. Robert Gray, my email is chasetheheat@gmail.com, but I'm not in America anymore. I don't live in North America. I live in South America. There are no mailboxes here. There's no mail service here. Sounds crazy, but I love that. Just Joan, good to see you. Just want to pop in and say hello to everybody. Will not be staying long, but miss seeing you all. Thank you for being here. Renee. We all can breathe easier. Renee's made a live stream. I'm so glad you're here, Renee. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have 1 hot minute. It's going to start at the top of the hour. So get something spicy. We're going to have a good one. Chili Eskimo, good to see you. Vernon has a question. What am I doing for New Year's? Oh, I'm glad you asked. You know what's funny? If you've watched this channel for any length of time, and we are in our 10th season, isn't that crazy? And they said it wouldn't last. 10th season. I'm going to get to that in just a minute, John. And I'm going to wait till I do my review of my sauce, and you'll understand why. But I will talk about Ed with what he's doing. If you've watched me for any length of time, you know that I in the past, I have not been a big fan of New Year's. Abigail, good to see you. Just had a 6-pack of peanut butter crackers, sandwiches. Eating the world's hottest chocolate bar will go down with that. I think if that's all you ate, I'd eat something else. Kristen needs to find something better than the 99-cent hot sauce I had last time. And Dizzy's going to do a little chunk of a soup rod. Anyway, I really disliked New Year's. Keith, good to see you. It's been a very depressing holiday for me. You know, I logged a lot of bad miles on some awful roads. So I've lost a ton of friends for a variety of reasons. So, you know, and I've just disliked New Year's. Now, I will say this. They've sort of gotten better since I started the channel, but I have never been more excited for a New Year's than I am here. I am so excited. I'm going to be listen, here's the deal. We have this is the house, the place that my brother and I own. We own this. Now, every once in a while, you'll see me either live stream or make videos at the other place. The other place happens to be, you know what? This is driving me. It's not sitting right. It's a penthouse, and I'm just not a penthouse guy. We have a few more months till our lease runs out, but I'm only there once in a while. This is my home. Tom and I love it here. Anyway, I'll probably be on the balcony watching the fireworks. But here's what they do here. They do apparently everybody gets an effigy of themselves and they take it onto the beach and they burn it with the idea that a newer, better version is going to be emerging. And somebody asked me if I was going to do that, and I think the internet has burned Tommy and I enough. I don't think we're going to be burning an effigy on the beach. At least I'm not. There's Tommy Scoble, the one and only Tommy Scoble right there, people. He's my producer. I'm surprised you didn't know that. So I'm just going to watch listen, the fireworks are insane here all the time. But I'm pretty sure, like last night, it was crazy. And we're not even at New Year's yet. I'm sure tonight's going to be crazy. But tomorrow, it's probably going to sound like Dresden in World War II. It's loud. I was thinking about this last night. What do parents do when they have, I guess kids are used to it. But right behind our place, it was so loud. The cats are getting better at it. I wonder what little kids are like in the middle of the night. Fireworks go off. There's no reason for fireworks. Like, sometimes it's just for the heck of it. I've seen more fireworks during the daytime here than I've ever seen like anywhere else. Good job, Bustin' Roots. Tommy actually has hot sauce. He's a chili head. I'm surprised you guys didn't know that. All right. So I'm going to be watching the fireworks. But I'm excited. It's a new year. Here's the thing. What one of my biggest errors have been doing this channel? Sharing way too much personal stuff about me. So I'm having a great year. In spite of some of the things that have happened, I'm having a great year. I'm just not going to tell everybody why. Oh, Virginia purchased ghost pepper ketchup. That's very cool. Tommy's ready. We're going at the top of the hour, Tommy, about 19 minutes away. How do the cats do when they hear fireworks? Vernon asks. Joel from Chicago. I'm surprised you didn't know that. They're better now. They still, both get, Squirrel's way better at it. She's an older cat. Katie's still a kitten, so she gets low to the ground and runs it into a different room. But, the first night it happened, was like our second night here, maybe even the first night. But it was loud, and Tommy and I immediately thought it's gunfire. But, that's here. Very safe place. Anyway, so moving forward, this is where it happens. I don't really answer emails. I don't answer text messages. I don't answer messages on Messenger. I don't, or on WhatsApp. I mean, I do with some people, but I get a lot that just, it falls into the void. And I'm doing that for my mental stability. Seriously. Renee, how many hours a week do I practice guitar? Not that many. I noodle around a lot, but I don't really focus on practicing, which I should do. Let me show you the sauce. I'm revealing my favorite sauce of the year. You guys ready? Hit the like, please, and get your hot stuff ready. This is my favorite sauce, Ole Ahi Kanmani. This is Ole Hot Sauce Company. It's located in Quito. It's about an 8 or 9 hour drive from here. I did check it out to see how far it was. Let me see. It's only about 340 miles away, but it's going to take you about 8 or 9 hours to get there. But it's an Ecuadorian company. It's just an amazing sauce. Now, Mani is peanut, so this is Vernon. I'm self-taught. I had like 2 or 3 lessons when I was like 8 years old, but it didn't go well. Great life lesson. Talked about that a few times. I'll do it a different time, but I'm self-taught. I used to record MTV. They used to have videos on MTV, and I would get home and I'd put it on. It was like a 6-hour tape. And I'd go through the songs I wanted to learn, and I'd put it on super slow-mo, and I'd watch their fingers really closely. Anyway, here's the deal. Let me tell you what's, first of all, really wonderful sauce. We have water, peanuts, onion, long onion or sliced, and then pearl onions also. Vinegar, garlic, salt, sugar, vegetable oil with annatto, cumin, coriander, and are you guys ready? Carolina Reapers. Now I'll get back to Bustin' Roots' question. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but Ed Curry has announced that he has patented the Carolina Reaper, and nobody can use it without paying. So, if, in theory, all he's going to have to cut Ed a check. He has said, my friend, maybe not, but greed's a terrible thing. It really is. It's a terrible thing. It says in the Bible, it's one of the most misquoted verses in the Bible. Money is not the root of all evil. Thank you, Kristen. Here you go. There's Ole's Instagram. It's the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, but the love of money. When money becomes your God, that's the root of all evil. We can burn an effigy of Mr. Pickles. All he's putting out is unbelievable. Guys, my name is Kurt Miller. You guys know that? My name isn't Johnny Scoville. Do you guys think my name is Johnny Scoville? He's doxed me in every video, I'm told. I feel bad for the guy. He's got a problem right now. I hope he fixes it. Anyway, let me get to this sauce real quick because we're only 15 minutes away from 1 hot minute. It's really funny. I mean, you guys know what impression is? Abigail, 1 year ago yesterday was the first time I watched your stream. I was good because my niece's 7th birthday. Very cool. She was 8 yesterday. Well, I'm glad you're here. What am I about to say? I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me. Anyway, the guy's got issues. I hope he fixes them. Tommy really loves this sauce. So we've gone through a lot of bottles of this. I chased the heat. I chased the money. Ed and Pickle. Interesting guys, both of them. Anyway. Oh, I don't want to tell you. Do you know what an impression is? Impression is like a thumbnail. You see a thumbnail. You see impressions all the time. You may not click on it. You just see the thumbnail and you move on. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I've got like over 1 billion impressions out there of me. I've been in a reality show on Hulu and Disney Plus. I was on a Netflix special where I jumped out of a plane and ate 10 Reapers during the free fall. My name is everywhere. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I think it's funny that he's doing that. Anyway, this is an amazing sauce. It's so funny. It's good on, obviously, Thai stuff. Put it on everything. It's wonderful. The onion is great. The peanuts are wonderful. The texture is great. It's mild. Here's the thing. Getting back to the Ed Curry thing. What this decision is making Troy Primo a lot of money, which is great because I love Troy. Back in the day, I knew sauce companies who would grow 7-pot Primos and make their sauce with 7-pot Primos, but put Reaper on the label because it would sell more. True story. I heard out of their own mouth. I heard them say it. So if smart people say, okay, no problem. There are way hotter peppers than Reapers. Just saying. Just don't use Reapers, Dizzy says. Yep. All right, so the heat on this is like a 1. I mean, barely moves my needle, but the flavor is so amazing. It's lovely. I'm sure if you want to, you can get this somehow. If you live in North America, if you ever get a chance, this is so good. Okay, let me see here. Just Joan, John, you have every right to live your life any way you choose. Who gives a crap whether you use your birth name or you call yourself Daffy Duck or something? Thank you. The last time I spoke to my dad, he called me Johnny. Tommy calls me Johnny. That's just kind of my name right now. So it is what it is. I'm not sure, Fowler. The Louisiana Creeper. A wicked hot pepper. I don't want to say too many bad things. He's just kind of a creepy guy, if you ask me. There's Lisa Trimble. A half a teaspoon of Aftershock. No ice cream. Going for the extra burn. It's a great sauce from Razorberry Hot Sauce. Jeff McGinnis. Wonderful sauce. We gotta start. Listen. I get it, real deal. He's not my best friend, but you gotta kind of be nice. I've had some. Listen. When I made the video about uh, last dab experience, he took me off his Christmas card list. You know what I mean? That was his sauce. By the way, I'm not gonna get into that. By the way, he was supposed to be like 2.4 million, and Tommy and I reviewed it, and it just, Tommy was a little nervous. He wasn't as much of a chili head then as he is now. And I tasted it first. I'm like, dude, nothing. You have nothing to worry about. And he tasted it. He's like, wow, I was gonna be hotter. At the time, everybody kind of dumped on me. Say, oh, you have it infrared. No, I don't. Sort of a champion for the truth, really. So everybody said I had it infrared. So I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll buy a bottle of the sauce and send it to a lab to get the Scoville heat units tested. So I did. And it came back. Let me blow my nose here for a second. It came back 61,000. So someone said, well, that's not really a study. It's not really, it takes more than one to call it, So I bought another one, sent it to a different lab, and that came back 60,600. So it's just kind of shady to me. That's all. He didn't like the video, though. Nobody liked it. Give me 1 second, guys. I need more stuff to blow my nose with. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. If I didn't do that, I was going to be wiping my nose on my sleeve like a 6-year-old kid. I don't want to do that. Video is still up saying it's 2.4 million. Yeah, you know what? Ultra shady. Yeah, the hot ones, boy, I'll tell you what. The only thing losing is respect as fast as the hot ones is there's a few people in the chili community losing respect viciously. Wow. You guys have no idea how lucky I am. I'm not even fooling you. Blessed, I should say. All right, so we're close to 1 hot minute, you guys. And I'm excited about this. There's Robert Pop Gramp Springs. Good to see you, man. Here with my baby granddaughter, Elizabeth, your youngest viewer. In March of next year, she'll have a baby cousin. Wow, another girl. By my youngest son and his wife. Well, congratulations. Babies are great. You know what, Abigail? Early on, I wanted to be on Hot Ones. I mean, the first week I started my channel, people were saying, how come you're not on Hot Ones? There was a time where I really would have wanted to. And I swear to you, if they offered me 10 grand to go on their show, I wouldn't take it. Not a chance. It'd be embarrassing at this point. John McCarty feels like SpongeBob. I'm ready. Can I tell you something? I'm a big fan of SpongeBob. My kids liked it. I love it. Ania Edwards. Wow. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. 1 hot minute, Gouthie. If you've never been in a 1 hot minute, here's what happens. In about 6.5 minutes, everybody in the chat has something hot on hand. And right on the hour, everybody's going to eat it at the exact same time. And they're going to start posting how hot whatever they're eating is. And that's where it sort of gets fun. If it's a 2, it's climbing to a 3, whatever. But we always have somebody. A couple 1 hot minutes ago, Dizzy Dragon ate an entire warthog, and it was epic. We always have somebody doing an epic showing, so we're gonna be excited about this tonight. I saw in past years your son came on the show. How's he doing? He's great. He's doing well. Roberta, thanks for being here. He's doing well. He's a good man. He's like 6'2", 6'3". He's a big guy, but he's a good kid. Thank you for asking. Growers, not showers, says Real Deal. Troy, Matthew, Arthur. Matthew's a great guy. I like Matthew a lot. Matthew gets it. Here's the thing. When I was a young man, I thought the best things in life were things that you could kind of hand out some cash and purchase. The best things in life you can't buy. I've said this before, but what I value the most in life are bonds and relationships. It's the truth. That's what matters to me. Hot Ones messed up a lot of the public's knowledge about capsaicin and peppers. They sure have. They're deceptive. They're in the tank for Ed. It's so clear. It's so obvious. I wasn't going to say it, but I am. I think recently on a Hot One, he said, and he's just, listen, he said that he believes that he's going to be able to create a pepper that's like 7 million Scoville heat units. Can you imagine that? It's not going to happen. Kathy's got some peanut brittle. Do the section with the most placenta in it, Dizzy Dragon. Robert Gray's got his tincture ready. Kristen's eating a homegrown cayenne. Awesome. By the way, those cayennes were supposed to be warthogs. Sorry, I'm dipping you in the grease. I shouldn't have said it. It's true. Grew warthogs. I grew cayennes. Anyway, Mark. Good to see you, Mark. I got a sauce made with a pepper formerly known as a Reaper. I know what you meant there, Scoville. Vernon says the New Testament is easier to understand than the Old Testament. Until you get to Revelation, then you're like, what? Revelation is almost all imagery. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're 3.5 minutes away from 1 hot minute. Winter, Happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuevo. Bilingual. I'm not really, but I'm working on it. Kristen says, you said it, not me. Kristen would never have said that. When she told me, she's like, I was just happy to support the guy. True story. Sweet girl. But listen, if you want cayenne, he's your boy. You know what's really funny? The people that hate me are my biggest fans. They love me. I wouldn't have the silver play button if it weren't for them. Jimmy's now one of them. I removed all of his videos because of me. People were buying things that weren't what they paid for. So I felt bad about that. But he's going to be watching this. Jimmy, you're not hurting me by saying my name. Okay? And I told him, the minute you troll, if you're watching, the minute you troll somebody as a content creator, that's what your channel's about forever. So that's what he is now. Ever do the one chunk challenge? I don't know, Gauthi. I might have. Abigail says Leviticus is one of the hardest books to get through. Is that the book with all the lineage? Who beget who? Is that the one? I think so. Sometimes I wonder when Christ will come, Vernon. Boy, I tell you what, think about it all the time. Sooner rather than later. I believe. Anyhow, that's just me. That Needles Kane, happy holidays. You too, my friend. Thank you for being here. We are 1.5 minutes away from 1 hot minute. So, and Edward's got a Scotch bonnet pepper from a Jamaican lady who caters food and jams. I can drink it straight. Oh, it's a sauce. How cool. All right, so we're close. We are now about 1.5 minutes away from 1 hot minute. It's going to be a good one. I'll eat the snack version, Kathy says. Oh, the sacrificial rules. There you go. It's the third book in the Bible, I believe. Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm into the New Testament more, but you know what? Proverbs is amazing, Dizzy. You could, there's one for every day. You can read one. My grandfather said you could raise your family on Proverbs. True story. The truth is, if all you ever did was follow what Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount, you'd be set. All right, but this is not a show about faith right now. So get ready for 1 hot minute, people. We are now 40 seconds away from 1 hot minute, so get your stuff ready. You know what? This is going to be like Woodstock. Like 90,000 people are there, but 2.5 million people claim they've been there. There's 100 people who claim they were born there. 36 of us here. In the future, they'll say, I was one of them. It's going to be a great year, you guys. I'll be growing my own peppers soon, very soon. All right, we're 15 seconds away from 1 hot minute. Get your hot stuff ready. 10 seconds. Get ready. They're already fireworks are going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hot minute. Eat your spicy food, people. All right, I'm going to blow my nose again. But I'm going to mute it so I don't sound like a trumpet. Forgot to unmute myself. A couple drops of Death by Chocolate tincture for chili escargot. Then to feed the dogs. Fresh for chocolate. Very cool. All right, so now everybody in the chat is eating something spicy, and soon we're going to get a report of who's burning what or how hot they are. Lisa Trimble, looking forward to that. Rather muted, maybe a little like a rose petal. Gouthie at a 0.5. The cayenne is hotter than a respectable jalapeno. 4. It's a great pepper. You bite it, feel nothing for 5 seconds, then it appears instantly on the throat. I like peppers that do that. I like food that has a sense of humor. I do. I've been saying that for a long time. Always loved your honesty in your videos. If you say the warthog is hotter than Pepper X, I believe it. I never tried it, though. Well, Pepper X is sort of a hoax, so I think the cayenne that Kristen's eating is hotter than the Pepper X. Abigail's at an 8. Nice, Fowler. Rico Dorsey, right on time. About to grab something hot. Do it. We'll ratify that thing. So, some foods that have a sense of humor. Beans have a wicked sense of humor, don't they? Asparagus has a wicked sense of humor. Huh? And peppers. Boy, peppers have the most amazing sense of humor because they deliver a punchline tonight, maybe one in the middle of the night, and maybe one tomorrow. I chugged a bottle of that, Jeremy, says Gouthie. Now he's cutting more slices. Kristen's never eaten a fresh cayenne pod, so that's fun. Not much of a burn, 7.8. Not much extra burn. 7.8 is pretty hot, Lisa Trimble. It's because your tolerance is getting higher. True story. Gouthie's at a 1. It's falling low for Kristen Melinda. The slow effect of low simmering, similar to the boot. Busted Roots, that's John. He's at a 5. Silver Surfer, there's Tracy. Hello, Tracy and Michelle. Happy New Year. It's 1 hot minute. Get something spicy. Real Deal 3, down to now at a 6. Oh, he ate 3. Wow. It's one of those peppers that has a crazy presence, but it's not painful. Abigail's at a 6. Robert Gray, 8 on the tincture. Okay, so right now, for honorable mention, we've got Lisa with a 7.8 and Robert Gray with an 8. Strong showing. Fowler's at a 4. Dizzy Dragon's at a 6. Ghost Pepper Ketchup on my finger, a 5. You know what? I'm not sure what company that is, but I've had Ghost Pepper Ketchup. Delightful. Tommy's miserable. I'll see you at 8. Poor Tommy. Poor Tommy. I just ate fresh Scotch bonnet pepper. Instant medium heat all over the mouth. Out of 6. No throat burn at all. I kind of like the throat burn. That's the other thing about peppers. They burn you in different places. That's funny. Can anybody else think of other foods that have a sense of humor? Cheese sort of has a sense of humor. If you eat too much of it, binds you up. It is the cheese that binds us. Still stuck at a 6. I think I peaked eating enough of them, you know. Yep. Peaked at a 4 for Jeremy Fowler, but sitting there. Real Deal, 7.5. Hope it's done. These brittles are good. Maritime Madness. All right, so we've got 3 really going hard. We got Real Deal at a 7.5. Lisa Trimble with a 7.8. And we've got Robert Gray is at an 8. So I want to hear from those three I just mentioned to see if it's gotten any higher. Cabbage has a good sense of humor, you bet. The flavor is amazingly sweet, floral, flagrant, says Anaya. Abigail's out of 3. If I ate the entire one, it'll definitely get me. Do it. Do it. Thank you for the 5x5, Lisa Trimble. Probably at a 2 now, says Kathy. Oh no, now we got it done at 0 heat. Oh, Field of Bird chocolate warthog brownie at an 8. It's the hottest pepper, you know. So we've got several people, a couple people at 8, and a couple people close to 8. Kathy, I might get through the whole bag. Dizzy is happy with my 6. Boy, I haven't had a really bad burn in a long time. I'm kind of excited about that. The 6 is lingering now. Kathy's smiling and even laughing. I didn't go any higher than a 5. My tolerance is way too high again. Attaboy. Robert Gray, throat is hotter when blowing the nose. Yep, sure is. Real deal, not going down. He's hovering there. Finally took a bite off the pepper and nada. Wow, that's interesting. Nope, I almost emptied my soul from the last warthog after the 1 hot minute. Yeah, boy, I tell you what, it was a good one. You know what? Of all the 1 hot minutes we've ever had, that's memorable. Tommy had a good one. You guys remember when Tommy did a speed run with the Tube of Terror 2.0? And he left, went to the bathroom. This is our place in Tucson, and hurled, and you could hear it all the way in the other room. And then he had calf cramps. It's terrible. Lori 205 says, "And I, Edwards, Virginia, got to make some fresh to eat this ghost pepper ketchup with." Good idea. Fries. You know what? You'll put it on more things now that it's spicy. You know what? I can't because it was on my computer that the cat broke. It's a great picture, though. I have it on my phone, but I've had hotter jalapenos for sure. Jalapenos are funny, Kristen. Of the peppers, jalapeno is one of the funniest. Because sometimes they're no big deal. Other times, still no throat burn, no calf cramps. Excellent. Gray peppers holding a 7.5. Great burn. See if you can get Noni's in Ecuador if you beat the surströmming. I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued. Bustin' Roots remembers that video. It was a great one. Just a look around for the fruit and noni. Okay, I'll do that. The fruit's definitely interesting here. Everything is interesting here. Now at a 4, says N.I. Edwards. Sorry, Tommy. It's a great memory. It really was. If you haven't seen the picture, he's got a blue shirt or greenish turquoise, almost turquoise. He's laying on the floor, and he looks like you took a bucket of water and threw it on him. It was unreal. He was hurting. Then he comes out, sits on the couch, and goes, "Man, I'm so glad it's over." I said, "You sure it's over?" Because they come in waves. He goes, "No, I'm good." He sat down on the couch, and I looked over at him. He had this like ashen gray color to him. I went, "Oh no!" And he went, "Oh." He got up and he had another round. Terrible. Dull ache at a 2. Lisa Triple at 1.5, maybe a 2. Good turnout though, 7.8. Excellent performance. It's a horrible texture of fruit that tastes like sidewalk pie. Why would you want me to do that, Dizzy Dragon? And what's the point of it? I'll get Tommy to eat it. The heat's falling rather quickly, says Anaya. Maybe my tolerance is building. It is. I do consume a lot of hot sauce. It certainly is growing. She's in a 3. One more piece and I'll stop, says Gouthie. Spoken like a true Chiliad. Growing again next year, for sure. Fast and holds such good flavor. Excellent. I will experience that fruit. I promise you. Because I'm that guy. So is Tommy. Tommy will eat it. He'll eat anything. Did anybody get that reference? Let's get Tommy to eat it. Tommy will eat anything. If you know, you know. All right, people. I'm going to wrap this up. I got some stuff to do. I think I'm going to make a guitar video tonight. All right, honorable mention. The 8s, the 7s. Robert Gray. You know what? I'm going to forget someone. Lisa. I think Real Deal is up there. Anyway, you guys are all awesome. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate you being here. Hunter Mike, good to see you. I don't, where can we watch Super Hot, the Spicy World of Pet People? Seems to just vanish. I don't know where it's at, Hunter Mike. No idea. You know, I never even saw the whole thing. I watched 3 episodes. I'm all set. Anyway, I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow night. I might, just to show you guys the fireworks. Honorable mention, Dizzy Dragon. You guys are all wonderful. I love you. Be kind. Tell someone you love them. Let's finish the year strong. See you guys later. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.